do you preserve your beans? How do you store your beans, guys? If you ask me, the best way to preserve your beans is by putting it in the fridge, or put it into the deep freezer, freeze it, guys. There is no way you're going to see weevils inside. Or you see those weevils, they don't like anything cold. So when you freeze your beans, just put it in an airtight container. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zine, and on this channel I choose to go with the name Zine Black. And just in case you're seeing my face for a very first time, you're very much welcome. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on anything. Turn on the notification bell so you always get notified each time I post out new videos. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share. Return subscriber, I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for always coming back to watch my video. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about business, okay? And to be specific, I'm going to be talking about foodstuff business, okay? So if you're living in Nigeria, you know that let's say like 70% of people after graduation just find themselves doing business, okay? Yeah, so some people are still struggling, looking for something to do, and I just decided to come and talk on this, to share these few tips that I feel might be helpful to one or two. So do it to share this video. You never can tell who might find this video very interesting, very useful. So please don't forget to share this video as much as you can. Okay, so let's just dive right into the business of today. So guys, I'm going to be talking about foodstuff business. Yeah, many people want to do business and they don't know how to go about it, or some people will be feeling like, oh, they need to get a shop before they can start. And guys, if I'm to shock you, I'll tell you that even the people that you're looking up to that have these shops, guys, at the end of the day, most of their sales they do them on social media. Okay, I've seen a couple of shops, they still do their sales online. Some of them, they have Instagram page, some of them sell out on Instagram, Facebook, and all of that. They start snapping all their goods one after the other just to post out. Okay, so now you see that with this social media, now social media is bringing the goods very close to the end user. So you don't really need to have a shop before you can start up your business. Okay, as long as you have your Android phone, guys, you are good to go. Your Android phone is your shop. You don't need to go start looking for thousands of naira before you can start up this your business. Okay, so guys, that's for that. I just said I should chip that in before I continue. Okay, so now specifically I want to be talking on foodstuff business. Foodstuff business is now the thing of the day. Okay, so foodstuff is something that you must sell out. It is something that everybody use. Okay, so you're not forcing anybody to buy. It's something that even as people are complaining of money or lack of money and all that, people will still buy food, people will still eat. It is a necessity. Okay, it is something that people need. They will always look for a way to get it. When you talk about foodstuff business, there are a whole lot of foodstuff to sell. Now you're going to ask yourself, do you want to do a perishable business or a non-perishable business? Okay, now when you talk about perishable business, you talk about tomatoes, pepper, these things are perishable goods that don't last for a very long time. And when you talk about non-perishable goods, talk about beans, your rice, your maize, guys. These are non-perishable goods. Okay, not as if they don't go bad, but they don't go bad like almost immediately, like 2 days, 3 days. They don't go bad like that. They can stay for months. Okay, so all you need to do is just to know how to preserve them. Okay, because of this video I'm going to be talking about preservation method, storage method, how to source for them, the states to source for them, and all of that. I'm going to be going really deep, okay, into this foodstuff business. Okay, so remember I talked about you having your Android phone. Okay, then the next step is to identify what exactly do you want to trade on, what do you want to sell. Okay, let's say for example you want to sell beans. Okay, Now, you know, beans now is a non-perishable goods, all right? So you need to understand when is the right time to source for these beans, okay? Now, they have planting season and they have harvest season. So you need to know the season when beans is very cheap. Get these beans and then store your beans, okay? And by the time you store your beans, when it's time for planting season, you know that period beans will be very scarce, all right? So that is the time for you to start selling out your beans, all right? Now, how do you stand out in this market? How do you stand out, all right? Now, to stand out, you need to do something very different from what other people are doing. You need to do something different from what other people are doing. What do I mean by this? All right. People, you go to the market, people sell beans, they don't even pick it out. So you go to the market, you buy your beans, come home and start picking out the dirt before you cook. Now, for you to stand out in this business, you need to go hard on branding, packaging, all right? And you may want to get home, um pick out the dirt, remove every dust out from that beans, and then get a very good packaging bag, whichever one you find around you, but just make it look very fine, and probably you can put your sticker on it, okay? So now, by so doing, you don't know where that your product is going to, okay? Someone might see your product and then give you a call from there, all right? And you can also go as far as marketing your product in supermarkets, malls around you, right? Now, guys, do you know this supermarket or malls, they have suppliers, okay? So you can just walk up to them and tell them that you could be the one to be supplying them grains, maybe beans, rice. You can supply flowers, you can supply swallow, pando yam, and all of that, okay? So you can walk up to malls and then tell them about your business, tell them that you can be supplying them this neatly picked beans, okay? You need to have an idea of where to source up your products from, okay? Everyone knows for beans and all, in fact, everybody knows basically for grains, you get them very, very cheap in the north. So if you're thinking of starting up this business, you need to get a supplier that is based in the north, okay? That way you can make profit, all right? So like I pointed out earlier, you don't need to get a shop, because personally myself, I don't like buying things from shops that are scanty, all right? And I think not just me, people don't like buying things from shops that are scanty, because I wouldn't like to go to a shop and after requesting for one or two, you say you don't have, you just have, maybe if I request for like 5 items, you just have just one. It could be frustrating. I don't really like that. So I prefer going to a place where I know that I'll just get everything at once. So when you're starting up a shop and your shop is going to be scanty, guys, that's like something you don't want to do. Because so this is me saying that you don't really need a shop. Just start from home. You can start from your home. All you need is your Android phone and you are good to go. Another foodstuff you can venture into is crayfish business. Crayfish is one thing that crayfish business is one thing that everybody use, and you can always sell out, guys. If you don't have money to go for like 5 bags, you can just start with like a bag, all right? You can start with a bag. And how do you stand out? Okay, some people go as far as selling crayfish that has dirt inside, they don't sort it out, okay? So you now can come up by sorting out your own, taking out all the dirt, all right? This will make you to stand out. When you pick out this dirt, you know, it will make you stand out. People will prefer your own compared to the one they buy in the market. So you need to understand that crayfish comes from 3 different states. You need to have an in-depth knowledge of what you are selling. Now you're selling crayfish, all right? You need to understand that crayfish come from 3 different states, all right? They have the Oron crayfish, they have the Neme crayfish, and they also have the Ondo crayfish, all right? So you might want to get these 3 different crayfish, all right? So you have different varieties for your customers to pick out from. You don't necessarily need to go getting them in bags like that. You can buy like half, just so that you have different variety for your customers to pick out from. All right, so now where do you get this orange crayfish? You get this orange crayfish from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, all right? And then you get the Nembe crayfish from Bayelsa State, and then the Ondo crayfish you get it from Ondo State, all right? So guys, with this you're good to go. You may also want to venture into the onion business, guys. So states where you can get onion at an affordable price, talk about states like Katsina, Zaria, Sokoto, Kano, guys. You can get onion at a very good price in these states that I mentioned. You need to do, just go source for contacts, get suppliers that will be supplying you guys, and you are halfway to cashing out. All right, let's talk about preservation. How do you preserve your beans? How do you store your beans, guys? If you ask me, the best way to preserve your beans is by putting it in the fridge. You see those weevils, they don't like anything cold. So when you freeze your beans, just put it in an airtight container, all right, and put it into the deep freezer. Freeze it, guys. There is no way you're going to see weevils inside. Or if you don't want to freeze your beans, there's this preservation like medicine they put inside the beans, but guys, you need to make sure that you're not selling the beans almost immediately. That's like if you're going to sell the beans like in 6 months time, or you're selling the beans in 1 year time, then you can put that medicine in it, and by the time you're ready to sell out the beans, the medicine must have gone out of it, so that way you can sell it, and that way it won't be harmful to it.